Welcome to Speech Judge Training for NCFCA Christian Speech and Debate. This video will provide an overview of what to expect in a speech round and introduce the tools and protocols you can use to provide excellent feedback for our competitors. We want to start by expressing our thanks on behalf of the entire NCFCA community for your willingness to judge. NCFCA offers 3 speech categories: limited preparation, platform, and interpretation, with 10 individual events. Each event offers unique educational opportunities that promote critical thinking, research, literary analysis, and effective delivery. You will judge one type of speech per round, and that specific event will be indicated when you select your ballot electronically. You can find out more about each type of speech event in the Speech Judge Guide found in the Judge Resources section of your dashboard. The Speech Judge Guide also contains training reminders, rule highlights, sample ballots, technology help, and instructions for the head judge of each round. As time permits, please take a few minutes to review these materials before the round begins. Now, let's talk about how the speech round will work and what you will need to do as a judge. When the round is ready to begin, your ballots and a list of students will become available in the electronic platform. The competitors will present their speeches in the order they are listed and at their assigned times. They are scheduled at 15-minute intervals. Please note that the individual ballots are in a scroll-down list, and the ballots may show up below the speaker list rather than beside the list of names. You can scroll up and down between ballots. You can also enlarge the ballot area by dragging the left slider bar. Each speech has a time limit, and competitors are responsible for timing their own speeches as well as any preparation time. When each speaker finishes speaking, they will show the judges their speech time. On your ballot, please enter the speech length using 2 digits for the minutes and 2 for the seconds. You will also note the topic of the speech in your own words. If the ballot asks whether the student used notes, please check the appropriate box for each competitor. Any penalties will be applied by tournament administration and should not be reflected in your ranking. As a judge, your 2 most important tasks will be providing feedback and ranking the speakers. Each ballot has a space at the bottom for overall comments, as well as several categories you will be asked to evaluate with star ratings in any more focused comments you may have. As you listen to each speech, we encourage you to type only brief notes into your electronic ballot so that you are able to look and watch the speaker as much as possible. When each competitor finishes speaking and you have recorded the time and speech topic on their ballot, their names will move from the list of upcoming competitors to the ranked competitors box. You can re-rank the competitors in this box by dragging and dropping their names. For example, the first speaker will be in first place until after you listen to the second speaker. If the second speech was better than the first, you would drag the second speaker's name into the top spot. After the third speaker finishes, you would decide whether that speech should bump either of the first two speakers down in the rankings. We encourage you to re-rank the speakers between speeches throughout the round while each speech is freshest in your mind. In addition to ranking competitors between speeches and finalizing your rankings at the end of the round, we ask that you double back to each ballot and attempt to offer as much specific and constructive feedback as the time allows regarding what you like the most and what you feel could be improved. The comments you make are crucial to helping our students grow in their communication skills. Our speech ballots are customized for each event to help both competitors and judges think through the key components for success. We don't expect judges to comment on every element, but please do take the time to contemplate the criteria statements for each ballot category and provide a few specific comments on the elements that stood out the most in either a positive or negative way for each speech. The most helpful ballot feedback mixes encouragement for what was done well with information about where to focus efforts for improvement. The appendix of our speech judge guide contains sample statements you can use to help express your thoughts if you're struggling with how to say something about a speech. For general speech comments at the bottom of the ballot, it helps competitors if you can graciously point out the areas that most impacted their ranking in the room, especially for competitors with lower ranks who can be particularly discouraged by a lack of candid feedback. You might use statements like these. Your speech was a pleasure to listen to. The main issue that kept it from ranking higher was X. Or, I appreciated your passion for this topic, but this speech ranked lower than some others in the room because of Y. There are no wrong answers when it comes to kind and thoughtful feedback. We value having our students learn from judges who will have varied responses to the same speech. Please feel free to simply be honest about what did and didn't resonate for you. When the round is finished, please exit the competition room and take the time you need before the return deadline to complete and review your feedback and verify your rankings. Now that we've covered how to judge a speech round, let's go over some of our basic protocols and how to handle any questions or issues that may arise. Approximately 45 minutes before the round begins, judges will get notifications by text and on the tournament dashboard that it's time to select ballots. From the dashboard, click to accept a set of competitors that does not include anyone you know on a personal basis. Once you have selected a ballot, there may be a waiting time while other judges select the remaining ballots. You can use this time to review the resources in the speech judge guide for the event that you selected. When it's time for the round to begin, you will receive another notification and you will see a button appear that will allow you to access your ballots and begin the round. During preliminary rounds, there will be 3 judges in each room. During the elimination rounds, there may be more than 3 judges in the room. Please be sure all judges arrive before starting the round. During the round, the speakers will introduce themselves and begin promptly. Please do not interrupt or ask questions of competitors during or after the speeches. Please don't confer with other judges or discuss the rules or your rankings with anyone except tournament administration. Please keep rankings and feedback confidential. Our competitors will receive their ballots with your feedback at the end of the tournament. Please refrain from recording the round or taking photos of the competitors during the round. Please do not use your cell phone during the round unless you encounter an issue that requires a conversation with tournament administration. In the event that you do encounter an issue that must be resolved during the round, please report it as soon as possible. At in-person tournaments, contact a member of our communications team identified by green name tag inserts and stationed near your room. At online tournaments, change the room status to Need Help in the upper right corner of your screen. If you are not able to use the functionality in the competition room, or if the round is over, please try to use the Contact Tournament Administration button on your dashboard and monitor your phone for contact from a tournament representative. At in-person tournaments, you also have the option to consult members of the compliance team identified by yellow name tag inserts and stationed in the judge area. You will receive a notification indicating the time when ballots are due. In order for the tournament to proceed in a timely manner, please prioritize ranking the competitors and then use the remaining time to add as much feedback as the deadline permits. If you will also be judging debate, you will need to view a separate debate judge training. Again, thank you for investing in our students, and we hope you enjoy the rounds you plan to judge.